Hey there everybody, welcome back to another LEGO review. This one is an older set from 2015. This is the original Wall-E Pixar set from LEGO Ideas. Basically, that's a program where fans vote on products and then LEGO takes a look at them and, goes through their process and then they put them out to the market most times than not. And this is one of those. This is one of the few Pixar sets that have been released. They've done the Up House very recently. Other than that, there's been very few, like they've had some Cars sets in the past, but this is one of the most beloved sets in the Ideas line, for good reason. This has 677 pieces, and it's pretty awesome. I was sent this. Doesn't necessarily guarantee a great review, but I'm not going to give this anything but praise because it is pretty flawless, honestly. Like, going through it, there's nothing that I don't like. And also, there's no minifig with this because it's mostly supposed to be a display set. You can obviously play with it, of course, but um, it's supposed to be like a collector set. I just wanted to show a minifig briefly. This thing is pretty big, around 7 inches or so. So it's one of the larger sets. It is my biggest Disney set that I have. I have quite a few other ones, but this one is definitely the biggest in terms of like the size and the number of parts that it has. But yeah, the minifig is just dwarfed by Wall-E here. Speaking of that, the movie came out in 2008, which is great. And Wall-E stands for Waste Allocation Low Lifter Earth Class. So it's a bit of an interesting acronym. But yeah, I'll give you 360 of him here. I had to tilt the camera. I had to use the tripod for this one because this is a bigger model and it just wouldn't cut it to use the build I have for normal reviews. But yeah, this is a great set. There's technically no features. There technically is. I mean, everything can really move on him. That's like the features. You can move him, like his treads, arms, front of the compartment, the eyes, neck, all of that moves, and that's really the feature that you're going to get. One thing I'm going to point out, I do not have the plant build to go with this because I don't have those pieces anymore. They're kind of basic parts, but I do have a plant. I'll show that later. It's just not the one that was in the set. But yeah, this is a great set. I guess we could start with the stuff it does. It does have quite a few moving parts. And what I like about it is very mechanical. I guess we can start with the treads. These are great. They actually do function, you can see, and they're built really well. Unfortunately, because these are hard plastic, the treads don't really want to move on like flat surface. You have to go on like a fabric to get them to move, which is fine. I mean, it's mostly just going to be a display model, but it's just a little bit, you got to get it on a rough surface to get them to move, but they do move and they look great. They function really nicely, and I like that they have the triangle shape. You've got tons of posability with the arms. So the arms have ball joints, and they can slide in and out of these track system here. It's really cool how that was built. You got this ball joint, and then you've got the hands, the pincers, which can move up and down very nicely. They're very mechanical looking. Got flag pieces for the fingers, and that's really nice. Got the rotating wrist, very nice. The head is probably the most accurate part and the most beloved piece of this, where you've got the crooked neck and you've got the binocular eyes. These are probably the most impressive part of this because you're building it and you keep like flipping it over, turning it around, and it keeps it interesting when you're building it. I'm not gonna mention. Okay, I'll mention it briefly. There was a problem with the neck when this was first released. I'm gonna talk about that in a different video. But this is the upgraded neck with the ball joint, so it's not gonna be flopping around. But yeah, here's the eye pieces. This is great because you got the adorable eyes, but you can also, it's a little hard to see. If I turn them to the back, you can see kind of how this is built. You've got like these two big halves for the eyes, and you put them together, and they do rotate or move, so you can change Wally's like facial expression, which is great. And my favorite detail of this whole thing is these hoses on the back, like the tubes connecting to the head. It's so cool. Um, yeah, and you got the brown on the back for rust, like dirt. And there's a lot of good detail on this. Um, and I can show you a little bit. You can change the face, make him super sad, make him like whacked out, or normal, or super excited. You can do it whatever you want. It's great. And you can position the head pretty much anywhere you want. And you got the neck, which can also be, moved. And I think the last moving part is going to be the front, which I think is great. This does not have any stickers, which is great. You can see, if I can zoom in a little bit, there is one printed piece up here. It says the solar charge level, and that indicates he is fully charged. And there's a radio on this side. There's also the cockroach friend, Hal, right there. It says 2 pieces, but it looks great. And then you've got the actual Wall-E logo, which is exact to the movie, which is great. And then you've got this opening door, which is very accurate. That's where Wall-E puts the trash. Unfortunately, there's no trash included. It's just empty space. But I did put something in there. It's Emmett's planty friend from a different set. But I did have a plant. Not the one in the set, but it is close enough. So that's where that's going to go. And otherwise, there's not much inside here. You could put a mini... Well, no. You can put a minifigure in there, but you have to, like, sit him in there. So, yeah, empty space, but it's nice that this opens up. So if you decide to build some trash or something, you could put that in there. And it opens and closes really nicely. Here's the bottom, which, it's alright. I think my favorite part of building this was probably the body, because it just keeps it going up and, like, expanding, getting taller. And I just like the shape of it. It's very nice. Like the back of it especially looks nice with the curves. And then you've got like all this hydraulics back here. Technically you can lift this up, but nothing is there. It's just meant to go down. But you got like these vents and these brown pieces on the back, and got these, buttons on the side. Oh yeah, one really cool detail. Under the arm, it's kind of hard to see, but over the tread, there is a crack in the side of the body. That's not a real crack. It's like intentionally meant to be like that, because that's how the design of him turned out after so many years. But yeah, that is really cool. Just that little tiny detail. And I mean, that's it in terms of like details and stuff. It's really nice, especially with the way that everything moves and like the function. It's really nice. It would have been a really good, like, cool touch if they could have made the treads a little bit easier to, like, move. Because that's, like, well, it's not really a complaint. It's just you can't roll the treads as easily on, like, tables. So, it's not even that big of a problem. But, yeah, I'm kind of surprised that LEGO never made an Eve set. Although that's probably because there was no LEGO Ideas submission that got past the review stage. But I mean, I've never built something as interesting as this. This is one of the few sets I have that doesn't have a figure, and also it doesn't really have any play features necessarily. It's just like a display model, but it's so like accurate. Like both the designers did a fantastic job. Like it looks like he just popped out of the movie, which is great. Like every detail is here. You can make him look however you want, and it's just really cool. Also, this set goes for a lot of money, like upwards of 300, 400 bucks. So if you want a Wall-E set, you're gonna have to pay a lot. It's just shot up in value so much from the original. Although there is a budget-friendly option on the market with the Wall-E and Eve brickheads. I almost got that. I was really close to getting it. I may get it in the future, but not for myself. If that makes any sense. But I don't really have to get that anymore because this is the original. So, what's better than the first, right? I greatly appreciate this. This is sent to me. I could have given it a terrible review, but I don't see anything terrible about this. The building it was really cool. Like, it's something I've never really done. I never really built like a mechanical rope. Technically, I built the Ironmonger mech, but that's like smaller, so it's not really meant to be bigger. But yeah, this is great. I love all the playability, and this goes perfect on the shelf. Um, and also, I really like this dark yellow color. If you want a lot of dark yellow, this has a ton of it. Um, and also, I have never seen these gear pieces before, so maybe they're only in the set. I doubt it, but it's still really cool to have this. I'm a big fan of the movie as well. It's a really great movie. Like for the first half, it's just no dialogue, and then it just gets crazier from there. One of Pixar's best looking and story wise, I think. And they should do more Pixar sets for sure. I don't know what the delay is, but that's my thoughts on Wall-E, the original set. Let me know what you think. Um, I know a lot of people love this one. I know the neck issue, I'll get to that in another video. It's very interesting how that got past the designers, but yeah, um, it's a fantastic model. There's nothing I don't like. So, yeah, the most perfect Lego model? I mean, yeah, nothing bad to say. Let me know what you think. Thanks for watching. I will link Rick Tech with Nate's channel down below. And yeah, that'll be it for me. Thanks for watching and have a great day.